Sweet Vengeance is the movie I'm reviewing today, and this movie is executive produced and produced by Audrey. Director of this movie is Oduak Patrick, and this movie can be found on Uchenna Bunabo's YouTube channel. The story is written by Adeze Ibechukwu. A quick recap of this movie is a young, sweet, loving, rich wife who went on the verge of taking revenge on her mistress. The husband was cheating, so she was like, no, I have to take this revenge. Why was my husband cheating on me with this woman? This is what this movie is about. What I like about this movie, first off, let me start by saying that the executive producer of this movie, or should I say the producer of this movie, who is Audrey, is the one who played the main character, and she is someone I love in this movie so much. You know, she portrayed the character of a rich, soft-spoken, very well trained, very well put together character, and look, she embodied it. Like, she was the soft girl in this movie. I love the way she played her part. This is the first time I'm watching her movie, and I really love the way she was very soft-spoken, very decent. Even when she's angry, she's still soft. Even when she's, mad, even when she's sweet, like everything about her character in this movie was just soft, very understanding, very sweet, and I love that so much. So yes, Audrey is the character that I love in this movie. I really love the way she carried herself. Next thing I love about this movie is the lighting, the cinematography wise, and camera angles in this movie. I don't want to say this is a surprise thing, because if you guys have been watching my reviews, most of Uchenna Bunabo's movie reviews that I've done, I always say I hate, because this year we should be hard on these YouTube producers, because they've been giving us a lot of trash in the past years. Yes, I hate Uchenna Bunabo's cinematography, the color grading a lot. So when I saw this movie and how bright, how beautiful the cinematography lighting was in this movie, I was like, hold up. Maybe I should go and check the person who edited the movie, or the person who lights and camera people on this set. I have to go and look and compare it to the previous one. I was so shocked to see how beautiful, how bright this movie is. Like, if you are watching this movie, like the colors are very bright, detailed. Camera angles as well was also very good, and camera shots were also on point, and people were in frame, like concentration, the portrait shots, things like that were a little bit taken care of. Like, they were well put together for this movie, and I'm quite shocked. I don't know if they use a whole new set of people, crew. I'm talking about in terms of crew for this movie. I don't know, man, but like, I really love the cinematography for this movie. The brightness, it shows you that it's current. I just love the brightness. The storyline is aligning with the cinematography. This is the first time I'm actually appreciating a movie on Uchenna Bunabo's channel that has a very good cinematography that aligns with the storyline, which is current, of course. So yes, I really appreciate this cinematography a lot. Then we move to the time for this movie. The time was quite considerate. It's not 2 hours, so that was quite considerate. So I love the time for this movie as well. Last but not the least is also location. I'm talking about the houses they use, as well as the office location. The office, they made it very believable, because she was portraying a very rich young girl. So her office, she had people she was working with. She had different sectors or secretaries, who were working for her. She was the boss. Her office was quite okay, and the way they always walk into the office, that's what I'm saying, that the cinematography, camera angles for this movie was really quite impressive for YouTube standard, guys, because YouTube producers do not consider a lot of things. Like, they just do pa, let's produce this thing and get our views and get going. So little details for YouTube movies, I would definitely appreciate that on my channel. So yes, location was quite impressive. Then also for the houses they use, the estate, the houses they use was also quite impressive. It's not an overuse, so it's not too much popular houses for YouTube movies, so that was quite good as well. So kudos to Audrey Harrison. She kind of put a little effort in making sure these things were put together, so I really appreciate her for that. What I don't like about this movie, I'll just go straight to the point, guys. The idea of taking vengeance on your mistress is just foolishness. It doesn't make sense. Who in 2024, because this movie was produced in 2024, takes vengeance on the mistress? Who stalked their mistress in real life? Like, who does that these days? I don't know, man, but yeah, the idea was just stupid. I don't know. And for the fact that she was supposed to take this vengeance and she didn't do anything at all in the whole movie. She didn't take any revenge. Nothing like that happened in this movie. And I was asking myself, why the title Sweet Revenge? Sweet Vengeance, Sweet Revenge. Like, and she didn't do anything. Like, I was expecting that maybe she might have done something bad at least once, which might not incriminate her, then we know that, and she might end up falling in love, which eventually happened, but she didn't do anything at all bad. All she did was just stalk the mistress and trying to learn from the mistress why her husband was falling in love, Abi was sleeping with the mistress. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, when you think about it, the title and what happened in the movie, what is sweet about stalking your mistress and not actually doing the vengeance and falling in love with your mistress brother? It's like she didn't have any iota of bad blood or bad intention in her blood or in her bone towards another person or towards the mistress. She was just practically stalking them. That was what she was doing in this movie, and it didn't make sense. Like, it makes you think about, like, why are you watching this movie? Like, your husband is cheating, the person, and you are now stalking the person. You went ahead to rent a house beside them. Like, when you sit down and really think about it, you realize that this is a foolish storyline. Trust me, like, it doesn't make sense. The only thing I just appreciate is how they acted and the fact that the things that I love or the things that I've mentioned were done appropriately. But when you talk about the storyline itself, when you sit there and analyze, it doesn't really make sense. Like, what is this? Like, child play. Like, they are taking us for a joke, they're taking us for granted. And the title and how the movie was being played, it doesn't Sweet Vengeance, and there was nothing sweet about it. There was no vengeance safe, nothing like that. So what the hell was going on in this movie? Waiting, what were you trying to achieve, making a very good rich younger stock the mistress? Like, what does it doesn't make sense. And she's a successful businesswoman as well. So come on now, guys. Who has time to be stalking? Like, come on. Let's make this thing more realistic, please. That was something really, when you sit there and think about it, doesn't really make sense. And that was something that I didn't like about this movie. And one little detail that I didn't like about this movie was when Sandra went to Audrey's house to see the painting, and they acclaimed that that painting was also in Sandra's house. We didn't see the painting in both houses. We only saw the painting in Audrey's house. So I was asking myself, what exactly is going on? Are they lying to us? Like, I was expecting the camera should focus there and focus on the other house and show us the painting at the same time, but that did not happen. So I was like, okay, little details, man, guys. So yeah, those are basically the things that I didn't like about this movie. On that note, I'll actually give this movie a 6/10 because of the things I mentioned that I like, which of course they actually concentrated on making this movie look really posh, look really presentable, look really appealing if you are watching it. Yes. And for YouTube standard, this was quite good. The presentation wise was good, that's what I'm saying. But when you talk about the storyline itself, if you are thinking in hindsight, it doesn't really make sense. But yeah, the presentation of it was quite impressive. So yeah, 6/10 is my rating. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next movie review.